today I'm gonna share with you 3 Catholic books that helped me deepen my faith. I'm not saying this as a theologian, but this is just my way of sharing what helped me deepen my relationship with God. So the first book is this one. It's called Confessions by St. Augustine. St. Augustine is one of the doctors of the church. So we can learn a lot through him and his life as a bishop and his life before becoming a bishop. What stood out to me the most is how vulnerable he was when he was writing this book. He admittedly, I think the reason why it's called Confessions is because he's trying to confess all the sins and the mistakes that he had in the past and how he overcame those. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't like just an easy 360. It was a long, painful process, and his mom can attest to that. His mom is Saint Monica, and Saint Monica prayed for him for so long just so he will convert to Christianity. The famous line from this book is, "My heart is restless until they rest in you, O Lord." And this is just a reminder for me and for every other reader that we will never find peace if we're chasing the wrong things. The only thing that could give us fulfillment is God. It's not our relationships, it's not our marriage, it's not our children, but the only way that we could find fulfillment in this life is through God. And if we keep on chasing peace, chasing fulfillment in other things, we will all be disappointed. So that is like the main point of the book. This is his journey towards finding God, and I really think that if you're a Catholic and you want to grow deeper into your faith, read this, because this is a testament that every other sinners can become a saint, just like Saint Augustine. And I related with him while reading this book, because when I was a teenager, I really didn't have a good past. I made so many mistakes that I regret, but I feel like those mistakes had led me to where I am right now. And I had a big and transformative confession, like the sacrament of confession, and that helped me, and like that started like my journey as a devout Catholic that I am right now. So I really recommend this book if you struggle in trying to find a book where you can relate to, because this is very relatable, and this is a saint, a very great saint, and it's just nice to read. And if you don't want to read, if you're not that kind of a reader, there's also a movie that you can watch. I forget what it's called, but his life story, and it's very interesting, because once after you read the book, like seeing the movie is actually like it's like actually helping you visualize what actually happened. It's like visualizing what happened in the book, so I highly recommend that. My second book is Story of a Soul by Saint Thérèse. I actually don't have a physical copy of it because I read it in an ebook. Saint Thérèse died at a very young age, and even when she's just a child, she's so young, she became like one of the doctors of the church also, and she's also very famous because of her little way. The book is called The Little Way because it's all about doing everything with great love, doing even the simplest task with great love. And I think that's what makes it very powerful, is because people can actually like become saints just by living their everyday life. Like, you don't have to do great things, you don't have to accomplish so many great things just to become a saint. You can become a saint just by living your own life, however simple it may be. The book is so powerful is because it encourages simplicity and humility, and Saint Therese has that. She just wanted to be hidden. She just wanted to be just a little child that she was, and she wasn't perfect. She craves for attention from her parents and from her siblings. She actually craved validation from like her superiors, and not everyone liked her. But what's good about this book is she tries her best to love those people that don't like her back, or she tries to offer all her like sufferings and pain to God, and that like helped her to become a saint, because she offered everything, even just the smallest things, but to her it is big, because she's a very sensitive soul, and it just validates everyone. Like, even if you're sensitive, I am sensitive myself, and like I could actually become a saint if I just handle everything the proper and right way, and that is through offering all our shortcomings, all our mistakes to God, because God will correct it, God will help us, God will guide us. So I think it's a must read because, first of all, Saint Therese is one of the doctors of the church, and she's very simple, doing the little way, which is what the book was known as, and the book was actually like her life. So I think it's very relatable in a sense that she's, oh my gosh, she's just a child, and a child can do so much more when it comes to living the faith. So I think it's very encouraging. Last but not the least, the third book that I love as a Catholic woman is The Way of Perfection by Saint Teresa of Ávila. She wrote this book not actually for the purpose of having people like us to read, but more for her Carmelite sisters to read. This is actually her guide into helping the other sisters to have a deeper relationship with God. And this is important if you're trying to deepen your faith more, because it's actually helping how to establish a very good prayer life. It promotes friendship with God, because God isn't so far from you. God could actually be there beside you if you just reach out to him. It's like this painting over there. It's like God is so close if you just reach out to him, and that is what inspires Saint Teresa of Avila writing this book. It's to promote a good prayer life by establishing a friendship with God, which isn't hard and it's very, very easy, and you can read that in this book. Each of this book remind me that holiness isn't about being perfect. It's actually about letting God perfect us. And if you don't know yet, before you enter heaven, you must be perfect. There is no imperfect person in heaven, and that's the reason why there is purgatory, is for God to perfect us. So if you're trying to if you don't know which one to read first, I'd suggest to read Confessions first, because it is very relatable if you're not deep into the faith or if you're not even Catholic. And then second would be The Story of a Soul, because it's actually promoting simplicity and humility. And then the third one is The Way of Perfection, because it's deepening your faith in God. And yeah, it's probably just a guide, but like I really recommend, because these books are classic. Like no matter the time, no matter the age, no matter the era, I think it'll always be relevant.